various types of cost. So various types of cost under that, if you see accounting cost, economic, and then explicit, implicit cost, private cost, social, sunk, incremental cost, fixed, variable cost, and then total, average, marginal cost, short run and long run cost. So if you see accounting cost is that whatever you bring it to your books of accounts, what are the payments you make to the external people, your suppliers, your creditors, those who have provided you the raw materials, and those who have offered you something. So if you are going to make them payment, you are bringing all together in your books of accounts. So whatever you are going to incur expenditure in monetary aspects, everything you will bring it into your books of accounts, then that is known as accounting cost. Economic cost is that it includes both explicit and implicit cost. If you see accounting cost, no, it will include only the explicit cost. Okay, so what is meant by explicit and implicit? If you see, explicit is that one which you can, if you are going to really pay wages to your labor, or if you are going to pay rent towards the premises you are using for your business purpose, then those are known as the explicit cost. Implicit cost is otherwise known as imputed cost. Okay, so where if you are going to use your own finance, or if you are going to use your own resources, your own ideas or the efforts, for which you are not going to get any salary or the something. Okay, you are not going to record it actually. So but whatever you pay wages to the labor, everything it gets recorded. So implicit cost is that whatever self-owned resources, those are known as implicit cost. So accounting cost is that what are the payments you make, particularly the monetary terms that you can express, and if you bring it into your books of accounts, particularly your explicit cost, everything comes under accounting cost. But economic cost is that it includes both explicit and implicit cost. Explicit cost is that one which is well known. Okay, you are going to pay rent for that building. Okay, so if you have taken on a rental basis, if you are going to pay rent for that building, if you are owning your own, if you are having your own business layout, your stuck premises, then you may not pay rent. You will not show it up. Okay, so like that, self-owned resources means that is not directly viewed. So those are known as implicit cost. So economic cost, it includes both explicit as well as implicit cost. So that's what here also it has been given. Explicit cost is that the rent that you, if you have gotten a rental basis, if you are paying rent, and for hiring labor you pay wages, for employee salary, everything that you make, no, that is known directly, and it is comes into your books of accounts, all those things. But implicit cost is that you usually do not account for that. Whatever the your own place you are using means you will not show as rent. Okay, and then apart from that, private cost, social cost. Private cost means what all the expenditure that has been incurred by the business for its production activities. Okay, so all those things are known as private cost. And social cost means if you are producing some pollution to the society, something that which will affect your society, so that is known as social cost. Okay, social benefit, social cost means benefit means you are, yeah, by creating a good quality product, you're going to serve your market, your customers, your public. But whereas if you see social cost, that is social benefit. Social cost means that because of your action, if public is going to get affected due to that, the pollution that you create, air pollution, because of you, air pollution is creating, or water pollution, pure water they are not able to get, or natural resources if you are going to affect, so those things are known as social cost. Okay, so which are not borne by the producing firm, but it is incurred by the society because of firms act. If society is going to get affected, incurred, then that is known as social cost. Okay, so opportunity cost, actual cost, whatever you are actually incurring in your business activities in day-to-day operations, how much you pay wages, rent, or for taking up a bank loan, how much you are paying interest, everything it will come under the actual cost. Opportunity cost is the alternatives among the two alternative. If you are choosing for producing a certain product, there you might have resources for producing a product. Okay, so those resources are usually limited, as you know, scarcity. So if you are going to choose the combination in that way, either to use more of labor or either to use more of capital equipments, then if you are choosing one of the thing means, then you are going to lose the other one. If you are reducing the labor support means, then machines will be machine has to give more production there. Okay, so like that, if you are going to choose one, then the alternative from among the alternatives, if you are choosing one, then it is that you are going to sacrifice the other one. Okay, sunk cost. Okay, from this we have to discuss. Sunk cost is that either you're going to expand your business or not, you have to incur this cost. Particularly if you see, if you are buying a machinery and if you are installing it in your factory, cost of installation, and then everything like that, whatever maintenance charges, no, you have to incur. Either you are going to produce product or not, in low volume or a high volume, whatever might be, you have to incur that cost. Okay, so you have to maintain your machinery by overhauling everything you have to do. Okay, you have to incur that expenditure. So that is known as the sunk cost. Incremental cost is that if you're going to expand to the next level, then you have to incur that cost. Okay, so if you want to expand to your total production, everything you're going to change, and if you want to bring out additional output, then you have to incur certain expenditure. So that is known as the incremental cost. So additional machineries you want to purchase, and you have to maintain so you have to incur the maintenance expenditure for that. So if you want to expand your business, then you have to incur this expenditure. So that is known as incremental cost. Incremental means additional cost that you have to incur, buying some additional machine or warehouse, you have to take it for rent, like that you have to incur in order to expand your own business. So moving on to the main aspects: fixed, variable cost, total cost, marginal cost, average cost. So fixed cost is that it do not change with the level of output. So whatever I produce, 1,000 units or 1,200 or 1,500 or even less than that, 500 or 600, I have to incur this expenditure. Okay, rent that I if I want a building or the factory place, then if I take on a rental basis, I have to pay rent regularly. Similarly, if a permanent employee, if I have, okay, administration employee, if it is labor and daily wages, if I am paying per unit, how he is producing, whether he is giving a quality output, based upon that, I will fix a per unit cost and I will pay him. But in case of a permanent employee, there I will not see the production, all those things, output, how much he is giving. So whatever might be 20 or 30,000, whatever 10,000, I will be having constant in that, and I have to pay him regularly. So that is known as fixed cost. Variable cost means, as we discussed now, labor. Based upon the labor output, I can pay him wages per unit. I can fix this much. Okay, so if he is producing less, I will be paying him less only. Okay, so based upon the production, I will change accordingly. Similarly, raw materials, whatever I procure from the supplier, so that one also it will get varied based upon the production carried out. Okay, so demand is there, I will be buying more and I will be holding in my warehouse and I will carry out my production. If not, I will be reducing the supply of raw materials into my factory, and I will go accordingly. So it depends, raw material, then labor, wages that I pay, all those things, it depends upon the level of operation. So low volume, my low level of output means it will change. Your cost will change accordingly. Higher volume of output means based upon that I have to incur that expenditure or cost. Total cost means it is both put together. Total fixed cost and total variable cost both joined together only. We are getting this total cost. So apart from that, we have one more term called marginal cost. Marginal cost is that if you want to increase your output, so if you want to increase, already if I'm producing 10 units, now I want to produce 11th unit or 12th unit I want to produce means. So for that, already if I'm incurring some 500 rupees, if you take for example, now additionally one more unit means it takes me to incur 600 rupees or 800 rupees. So the difference of that, okay, so already it took 500. Now it is taking 800 means that difference 300 is there, no, that is known as the marginal cost. So the additional cost that I incur for every 1 unit of output. Okay, so incremental cost is that for expanding my business itself, whatever additional charges I have to incur, that is known as incremental cost. Here, marginal cost is that ஒரு unit of output if I want to produce means additional unit of input cost, how much I am going to incur there. So that is known as marginal cost. So change in total cost divided by change in quantity. Marginal means additional change that happens to the total cost. Total cost of production, what changes it happens due to change in the output I produce. Okay, for every one unit, additional unit of output, what additional cost I am incurring, that is known as marginal cost. Here cost per unit we are taking into consideration. Okay, now we will be moving hereafter table, graph, everything. So in order to better understand about total fixed cost, already we have discussed about what is meant by total cost. Total cost means total fixed cost plus total variable cost, both joined together, because a business will have both fixed cost as well as variable cost. Certain expenditure we have to incur routine manner, so no other go. There will not, even if you stop your production also, some shutdown, whatever happens also, you will incur that expenditure like rent that you pay for your building. Okay, so like interest for your bank loan, whatever you have obtained as bank loan, you have to pay interest regularly. So you cannot, based upon your level of operations, you cannot change all those things. So you know that whatever 1 unit if I produce also 40 rupees only, 2 units, 3 units, whatever, if I'm going to keep on increase also, that 40 rupees, whatever I'm going to incur, it will remain the same. It will be constant. So you are taking your output or quantity on the x-axis, and y-axis you are taking the cost. Okay, so this will be the output, the quantity you produce, and the cost you incur. So whatever be your level of operations, output 1 unit also, 2 or 3 or 4 or till 8 or whatever might be, your cost 400 40 rupees, take for example, it's somewhere here means it is constant, it is parallel to the x-axis. Okay, so it is parallel to the x-axis, and you are incurring constantly throughout your level of production, whatever might be. So you either you increase or decrease your production, you have to incur cost. So that's what it has been shown on a horizontal line parallel to x-axis. Your cost will remain the same, whatever be your level of operations. So this is the total fixed cost. So it will be in a straight line. And total variable cost, from the name itself you can know that it will vary according to your level of operations. So here again x-axis your output or quantity, y-axis is the cost. Okay, so if you see in this table, again you are going to change your level of operations, you are going to increase your output from 0 unit till 8th unit, you are going to increase. So if you see, if no production is there, no cost. Okay, so no cost is there. Zero level production, zero output means zero cost only will be incurring. But when you are going to produce 1 unit, you are going to incur variable cost this much. So accordingly, you have to pay wages to labor, and then all the other raw material you have to buy, you have to pay for that, and accordingly you will be incurring. So if you want to increase more and more your output, you are constantly, even your variable cost will also get increased here. It is also increasing. Fixed cost, if you see, it is constant throughout. Zero, 1 unit of output produce panalum, 8 units if you produce also, same cost is has been incurred by the business. But variable cost is that zero output, no cost for us. But if you keep on going to increase one unit of output, you are going to increase even your variable cost also considerably. So this is the total variable cost. So you should know the difference between total fixed cost, total variable cost, and average fixed cost, average variable cost, because this curve and all, it will get changed when it going when we are going to discuss for your average cost, average variable and average fixed cost. With this curve, everything, it will get changed. So you have to remember. So total fixed cost means it will be constant like this horizontal line. Total variable cost means, you see, it starts from the origin. Okay, so from this point, from zero, it starts actually. Okay, because there zero output means zero. If you plot the graph, usually how you plot the graph, same similar way, if you plot and see also, see, zero means zero. So next to 1 unit of output, 20 rupees cost you have to incur. So similarly for 3 units, if you produce, 32 cost. 4 units if you produce output, 34 rupees cost. Like this, if it will keep on increase. Okay, so the it starts from the origin. Your curve will start from the origin actually, because no output means no variable cost there. So next, moving on to the first, let us discuss, get clarity of total fixed cost, total variable cost, and total cost. As you know, total cost is nothing but total fixed cost plus total variable cost. Okay, so already we discussed, if 0 units are produced, your fixed cost, you see, it remains constant throughout. 8 units if you produce also, that same 40 rupees only you have to incur. But variable cost, you see, it gets changed accordingly, according to your level of operation. 1 unit if you produce, 20 rupees. 0 unit if you produce, 0 rupee. Already whatever we have seen, no, that same table only you are taking back again here, and you are going to show even your total cost included. So everything you are going to take it in the graph now. Total cost, total variable cost, total fixed cost, everything you are bringing in one chart. Okay, so as you know, zero output, no variable cost. Okay, 1 unit, 20 rupees you are incurring, 2 rupees, 30 rupees you are incurring, like this. Three, for 3 units of output, 32 rupees. Like this, 8 units of output if you are going to produce means 46 rupees. It's an assumption, 46 rupees you are incurring means. Now what is the total cost? Your fixed cost plus variable cost. So 40 plus 0, 40. 40 plus 20 is 60, 40 plus 30, 70. Like this, you are going to add up together. Okay, now if you take this table and if you plot, no, you're going to take your x-axis output, the quantity you produce, q. Okay, quantity of output, or output. So on the y-axis you will take the cost. Okay, now you want to if you plot means, if you see, 40 rupees is, if it is somewhere here means, okay, so if it is somewhere here, then if whatever be 1 unit if I produce also, 2 units or 3 units, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever might be, that same 40 rupees only I'm going to incur. So that is known as the total fixed cost. It is constant. The amount that I incur will be constant. Okay. And variable cost, if you see, again, if you plot means, it will start from the origin only. Okay. So it will start from the origin. Okay. Zero. So from here, it will keep on start to increase. Or unit if you are going to increase means, one unit of output also, it simultaneously increases along with that. Along with your level of output, it starts to increase. Okay. And what about the total cost? If you see total cost, no, it will be more than the total variable cost, because see here, if you are going to incur 0 rupees means 40 rupees you want to incur as total cost, because fixed cost plus variable cost put together only total cost we are getting. 0 units if I produce also, 0 units, 0 rupees, sorry, 0 rupees variable cost also, my total cost is 40. Like this 20 rupees means 60 rupees. So like this, if you see, no, everything variable cost with a total cost is increasing. Okay, that's what our chart also, it is more than. Okay, so it is more than the total variable cost. So total cost is more than the total variable cost. So that's what the curve is coming like this. Okay, and if you see the 40, if it is somewhere here, no, it starts from that point only, your total cost. But your total variable cost, it starts from the zero origin, because zero level of production, zero output level means zero only you will incur. That's what it starts from the origin. But total cost, if you see, it starts from the fixed cost, the total fixed cost line, because you are if you, zero output level also you will incur that 40 rupees, that 40 rupees you will incur, no, so it starts from here. So your total variable total cost is always, it is more than the total variable cost. Okay, so in the same table you are bringing your fixed cost, total variable cost and total cost together, and your curve will be in this way. Okay, so only total fixed cost means it is a horizontal line. Your variable cost means it starts from the origin and it will go upwards from leftwards to rightwards. If it is bringing all together means your total fixed cost will remain constant. Your total variable cost will start from the origin and go upwards from left to right. Your total cost curve is also, it is also increasing here upwards from left to right, but it starts from this point. Your total cost will be more than the total variable cost. Okay, so next we will be moving to average fixed cost, average variable cost, average cost.